Everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to play some more of What Remains of Edith Finch. Um, let's see where we are. We just finished the little girl's story, or I'm assuming it's finished. They crossed her off in the book, I believe. So, let's keep exploring. I don't know if I've looked at all these dots or not. Oh, those aren't dots. Oh, we're going out the window. Okay.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Alright, so this time I'm leaving the audio all the way turned up. I'm just going to shut up when they talk as much as I can, because I know there were some sound editing issues last time.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
I wish I could paint. If I had one artsy skill that I could just pick up overnight, it would be painting.
Her room was like a museum.
Oh, who used to have one of these as a kid?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
I loved these as a kid. I've had one. I forget what all I had pictures of, but I loved it.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
That's cool. I guess now we know what they mean by the first house sunk. That's cool.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Sorry.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That's a man's beard right there.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
1880 to 1937. So I lived a little bit longer. Was that 57? If I did math right. Something else if I did not. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Shag. Ish. Is that... I've never liked those covers. I've never understood
The only
them.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, that's awesome. That's something my mom would do. Alright, let's see what else we got. We got your peels. Don't forget to take your peels.
Great-Grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
Built 1937. Sven Finch. Alright, make sure I'm not missing anything before we continue on. Oh, here we go. I was about to miss something. There's a Secret in This Bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Narrated by Belzon.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Pop-up box.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Clever. Calvin Finch, born 1950, 1960, is that right? Do I have Calvin in my book? 1950 to 61, so yeah, 11 years old. Okay. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
I don't think I'm ready for this. Can I get out of this? Can I go no? Never mind. Thanks anyways. I guess not. Okay. Don't go in. Don't go in. Can I come out? Okay, let's come out. And let's check the rest of this. To the command center. This is actually pretty cool. Kid Belzon totally would have loved this.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
$1950 to 61, so yeah, 11. Wrong button.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got a cast on. You're supposed to kick with both legs. Oh, I have to use both controls. That's clever.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Did y'all ever used to try to, like, twist
I think
the,
Calvin always wanted to fly.
Did y'all ever try to twist the chains when you were a kid?
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Nope, we're gonna do it!
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Of course, we do have this tree here, Lenny.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh, Lord!
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, Jesus. I will say this scene's getting a little long, but okay. There we go. Uh-oh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did it.
Okay.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay, let's see what's next. See, we would have missed story if we just...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, we go here first. That's Barbara's room. Okay. Well, I think we already did Barbara, didn't we? Barbara. Let's go check out Barbara's room.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Remember that, guys.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do it right now.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I love how this...
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay.
Yeah, let's just get out of the house. The Hookman can have the house. He's gonna be
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Then open the door and get the F out.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Okay.
That's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright, so we're going to stop this video here. I hope you had a good time. Loving this game. We will absolutely get back to it. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.